Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this. This is Daily Puroresu for the 7th of January 2019. I'm here, LK, joined by Dion from SOS Wrestle Talk. Dion, how are you doing this fine evening?
Pretty well, and like always, sir, gang.
Gang. I'll be damned. No Patrick this evening. Patrick's he's MIA. He's what do they call it? He's away on, what do they call it? They always say it. He's on report. These reporters, they always say he's away because, and they give this really silly reason. He's on, not report. He's on assignment. Patrick is on assignment. He'll be joining us tomorrow. I think we're going to be covering the DDT show that took place on the 3rd. But this is the Noah show, which took place on the 6th of January 2019 on Samurai TV. If you want to be able to watch this show, you can literally watch it for free on a Google Drive. So if you hit me up on Twitter at LK Wrestling or Dion at SOS Wrestle Talk, we could literally send you a link directly to the full show. Actually, fuck it. I'll put the link directly in the description box once I finish breaking this down. Remind me at the end of the show, Dion, to put a link for the full show down in the description box so everyone can go check it out. It's free. It's legal. The only reason I'm not watching this on a streaming service is because Noah doesn't have a streaming service, and please don't get us started on a streaming service because me and Dion could go 16 years on the fact that Pro Wrestling Noah doesn't have a streaming service. Let's talk about that actually, because lots of people on the KocoSports YouTube channel, this may be their first, maybe hearing us review a Noah show. We always hype on the fact that they don't have a streaming service. Now, what's the betting odds? Okay, 2019 is a fresh year. High or low chance-wise that Pro Wrestling Noah has a streaming service by the end of this year?
I think by this time next year, calendar year, I think that's probably when they're either have it in the motions or they'll probably have it by then. So I think by this year's time, I'm not going to say they're going to have it. I think it'll be the steps will be placed in motion for them to have it.
Okay, that's a fair shout. I get, because don't Samurai TV or someone own them?
I believe so.
Yeah, Is it Samurai or G Plus? Which one? Because I know they're on 2 television networks. Or maybe that's the reason why they can't do it, because of the TV deals.
Yeah, I mean, it's very, very tricky when you add TV deals and stuff, man. So you might got a point right there. And also, too, because you were saying about the streaming service, about putting the link of the show down in the bottom of the description. LK, you didn't even have to do that, dude, because how I watch the show on YouTube. I know it's, it's match by match or whatever, but sometimes that's just easier for people to, access.
Do you have the name for the channel that has this show in its entirety?
It's Vinny. It's like Vinny. It's Gabal or something like that. It's something with the V, and I know that his thumbnail picture is a picture of Kensuke Sasaki holding the WCW United States Championship. Let me see if I can actually pull up the channel while we are actually talking about that right now. So.
Okay, that's a good shout, because that way I want people to watch this show, and the fact it's free is great, because this is a really good show and a great show to get into if you've never watched a Pro Wrestling Noah show before. So from the Kurikan Hall, attendance was 1,577. Capacity for the Kurikan Hall is usually 1,700 plus, so they actually didn't do a bad job, did they, with attendance? I thought the place looked rammed compared to, if you compare this to 2018, fuck me sideways, look at the growth. I remember watching it. Had the one day I think Nakajima was GHC champ. No, that was the 2017 one where Nakajima was the GHC champ. There was literally nobody in the K Hall. There was literally nobody there. So it was really refreshing and good seeing the amount of people in there. And if you never watched our content, we had a channel before. Now we're on KocoSports. But basically, we used to cover the Noah shows, and we've seen Noah in All Japan go from 2018 to low attendance to what they're doing now. It's great to see. It really is. They've made some great stars, Kano and Keitoki Amir, which we'll talk about in the main event. All Japan as well. I'm sure we'll cover some All Japan soon when they have a show. But what's your thoughts overall? Because it's not a year in review, but what's your thoughts of Noah's 2018?
I got to see more of them in 2016. I feel like I didn't really get to see a lot of them in 2017, but from what I saw from them in 2018, which actually was quite a bit, I like Noah a whole lot. And, I know, okay, we cover pretty much every Japanese wrestling promotion in whatever carnation, whether it's you and Patrick and me, John and I, whoever it is. On this channel, we cover pretty much every Japanese wrestling promotion. So, and I feel like Noah adds a different flavor, because people might think these Japanese promotions maybe have the same similar style, which could not be farther from the truth. When I watch Noah, I definitely get a different feel than when I watch a New Japan show or than when I watch an All Japan show.
100%. That's the beauty of it. Whereas sometimes in America, and this isn't a knock on American wrestling, who knows where I'll be, but when you, like you said, when you watch a Japanese promotion, you know what you're going to get when you click. You know when you whack up your DDT universe, you know what you're going to get. You know what you're going to get when you watch a Big Japan show. You know what you're going to get. Dragon Gate, Noah, All Japan, even New Japan now has their own fucking identity, if you will. But as a whole, I think 2018 was a great year. I think it was the first time I fully got into Noah to the point where I'm actually excited to watch the shows. I know Patrick, who will be on tomorrow, like I said, going to do DDT, and Dion again if you have time. We'll be doing about, I don't know, whenever in the evening at the DDT show. Pat has a match of the year candidate, the Patrick, but Pat's already watched it, and there was one of his match of the year candidates on there, so I was like, fuck it, I've got to go back and watch it. Over this manic January 4th weekend, it's been absolutely mental. I haven't we did a wrestling review, but what was your thoughts on, before we get down to the Noah show? Now we will break down the Noah show, I fucking guarantee you. What's your thoughts on Kushida and presumably Kenny Omega leaving New Japan?
Man, I was thinking about this. I'm glad you actually asked me that. Okay, I was thinking about that this morning a lot. Both of those guys potentially leaving this company. And like I know, on many shows that we've covered, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I've been highly critical of one Kenny Omega. I have been, I don't feel like I've been unjustly fair. I think I've given him praise when he's needed to get praise, and I feel like I've given him criticism when I felt he needs to be criticized. But apart from that, I was just like, man, at the end of the day, these people are people at the end of the day. And I think sometimes that gets lost in this, whatever people are doing, whether it be pro wrestling, MMA, movies, whatever it is. I think that gets lost because they're such, I don't want to say celebrities, but there's something that some people look up to. So I think it's kind of just hard to just realize that these people are actually people and they actually have to make, life decisions for them. And yeah, as far as Kushida going to WWE, yeah, man, it was just like, it's really bittersweet. It's just like, damn, like, I don't want to see him go, but at the same time, it's kind of like, I don't even want to say where I saw this shit. Like, somebody said that he was a burden on the booking, and I was just like, what the if I could have a wrestler like Kushida, quote unquote, be a burden on my booking, I'll take so many burdens like that a week. You don't even know. But yeah, it's with Kushida going, I just wish, the best for him. Hopefully, wherever he goes, I would want him to freelance. I know people are saying, oh, they're thinking he's probably going to go to the E. I would love if Kushida was to go to Noah or to go to All Japan and just be like a freelance wrestler. I would love that. That would be amazing for Kushida because he probably would get a little shine and he would get like I guess the highlight that he's looking for. Not necessarily a highlight. I think this Kushida is looking for somebody to be like, man, you are really good. Let us appreciate you and show you how really good you are. I'm not saying that New Japan has not done that, but I do kind of feel in a way that Kushida maybe feels a little underappreciated by them. I might be off base with that because I don't know what the man thinks, but just looking on the outside in, and as far as Kenny Omega, I don't know where he's going. I just think he's probably taking a break from pro wrestling because even though I said I've been critical of the guy, I can't, I have to give credit where credit's due. This man, when he was working from Wrestle Kingdom 11 to this point right now, he's pretty much been working nonstop, whether he's been wrestling in the ring or not. He's been doing shit for New Japan, for whatever. So I can't really knock him on that. And if he is to take a break right now, that's cool too. If either one of them wants to go to WWE and do what they want, especially Kenny Omega, because they're offering him all this money. At some point, okay, like, how, like, I know, it's just like, dude.
Yeah, it's easy for everyone on the internet to go, don't go, but when push comes to shove, if someone's offering you millions and millions of dollars to go do what you love for them and be a massive, and again, there is, and again, everyone knows that I'm, Japanese wrestling through and through, but at the end of the day, you become a next level celebrity. Like, there's only a certain height you can reach. Like, Kenny Omega is a known star by majority of people, but there will still be some casual E fans who don't know who he is. Like, and I think that it's quite ignorant to think otherwise, because I think we live in this bubble, this kind of, I'll call it not a wrestling community. I'm not going to call it IWC, but like a wrestling community where people online will talk about wrestling, but then you got to remember the people that don't talk about wrestling online. The ones who on their Facebook, they like WWE's Facebook page, they watch Raw, they watch SmackDown, and that's it. There is a lot of people out there like that who don't even know who Kenny Omega is. But him going there would add his celebrity to the next level.
And not to even spend too much on this topic, but maybe he saw like a Chris Jericho type. Because say what you want about Chris Jericho, but he has garnered enough celebrity to at least get him some TV shows on like network television. So maybe Kenny Omega's seeing some stuff like that to where it's like, man, I can get my name out there really, really huge, and I can still beat myself. Because I don't know what this connotation is to where they're like, people are like, oh, if he goes there, they're going to book him horribly. Now they're giving this man, if say he signs his contract, okay, they're giving this man a truckload of money. Why would they give somebody a truckload of money only to bury them?
That's a very valid point. That's a very valid point. It wouldn't make any sense to do that.
No, they're going to try to get as much return out of you as they possibly can if they're giving you this money. So that's just my thing with Kenny in WWE.
Exactly. What's your thoughts, though? And everyone, if you're listening live or post live, put in the comments win, loss, or tie. Dion, win, loss, tie. Your thoughts on the show? I've got to shoot, and I got to turn my heating off. Believe it or not, because I know I left it on, and I don't want a fucking heating bill of £6,000 by the end of the night. So I'll literally be 5 seconds. All right. No,
you're good, man. This is a win, as LK just asked me. Kito Kiyomiya putting his title on the line, his first defense right here. Invoking shades of one Mitsuharu Misawa. So I'm a fan of this young man. In the Corkin Hall, seen a lot of wrestling action this last few days between the All Japan shows, between New Year's Dash, between this Pro Wrestling Noah show. A lot of people have had their butts sitting in Corkin Hall seats. And I will wonder, my question is, how many leftovers were from the Wrestle Kingdom weekend, if you will? I want to know how many people actually went to the All Japan shows, the New Japan shows, and then followed it up with the freaking Noah show right here. And I know some people probably went to Stardom as well. So I would just like to know in the comment section if anybody who went to any of that stuff done that, because if you did that, that's pretty damn impressive if you ask me. So yeah, like LK asked me, the show was a win. Started off in Corrigan Hall, aka the LK/SOS Wrestling Arena. I'm sure you guys are very familiar.
Dude, I think I might start a tally of how many shows we break down from the Korakuen Hall because it's absolutely insane. I feel like I look at that building more than I look at my fucking four walls in my bedroom. Like it's like every day it's like let's turn on my laptop, let's watch some Puroresu, and there it is, the Korakuen Hall. It's a beautiful building. I love it, and my dream to work there one day. Like that would be the dream.
Yeah, like. And it's because I was like, I wonder how many people who were coming over from Wrestle Kingdom. I wonder how many people actually were able to go to the All Japan shows, maybe some Stardom shows, the New Japan shows, of course, and maybe this Noah show. Because if we could do all of that, that would be a fucking dream.
Yeah, dude. I know there was one guy on Twitter who I follow. I forget names. I'm awful at names. He went to 26 shows. His final show was today at Fight Club Pro. He watched the show with Akira Tozawa on. And there was like 26 shows, dude, and literally majority of them, minus obviously Tokyo Dome and a few others, were at the K-Hall, and obviously there was some Shinjuku shows there, but majority were at the Korakuen Hall. It's like, dude, you must know all the staff inside and out by now, the amount of times they went. But
the Korakuen Hall has probably seen so much like yen the last couple of days. It's insane.
Yeah, dude, like. Because I think all the time, like, I wonder how much the wrestlers get paid, just out of curiosity, I wonder how much wrestlers get paid. And it's like, the building's always quite full and it's over 1,500 people. And it's like, I can't picture them charging much for the building as it gets used like every afternoon and evening. And they also do like boxing and MMA there as well, don't they? That building must make a killing.
Yeah, that building is, Korakuen Hall is getting money. So shout out to Korakuen Hall, man.
As always. So the opening match of the show, we had Kenia Okada versus Masa Kitamiya. This was a squash.
Yes.
There's no way of looking at it. Literally, Kitamiya got in there, spear 1, 2, 3. But I loved it. It made sense. I think this Okada's debut or one of his early matches. I don't know if this was his debut or not.
I think the Noah show before where he wrestled in I think it was a tag match. I could be wrong, but I think he was on the show before, so I think this might be a second match.
Okay, second match, and Kitamiya is an established talent. He's usually teams up with Nakajima, but Nakajima's doing stuff with Go Segura for some reason, due to vacancy of tag belts. But this was good, and I think the thing is, I can't really give an opinion of Okada because he's wrestling 2 minutes and he got absolutely obliviated. So any thoughts really on Kitamiya? Obviously, he comes out post main event. We'll talk about that when we get to it. What was your thoughts on the opener?
I agree with you. This match did what it needed to do because, like you say, we haven't seen much of Kenia Okada right here because Yeah, it's like we don't really right now. We can't really grade him if we were to like pretty much be like school professors. We can't really give him a grade right now. It's incomplete because we haven't really seen much of him to really do anything. But a situation like this is how you have it go, because if he's not really that experienced and he's getting there with the seasoned veteran like my guy right here, Masa, he's gonna pretty much get his ass washed, and that's what happens. So no complaints from me. Something like this needs to happen with a guy who has less than 10 matches under his belt. So yeah, that should happen.
And then we had scrap that. Then we had Takashi Sugiura versus Yoshiki Inamura. Inamura is a wrestler for the Noah Dojo, if I believe. He's not full time on the roster yet. He's still in training, and he went up against the fucking ex GHC heavyweight champion Takashi Sugiura in a match that surprised the living crap out of me. I thought it was going to be exactly the same as the Masa Kitamiya match, going to be a complete squash, but it wasn't. Sugiura went out there. And they went, I think it was about, 5 minutes? Like, they generally went out there and they had a pretty solid match. I loved the fighting spirit of Inamura. Segura got them with the guillotine. But even during that guillotine, there was moments where you're like, oh, he's actually going to get up. And the crowd applauded him afterwards in a really good effort. I thought it was a really, really good match as well. For just a proof of how fucking great Sugiura is. He can go in there with Kano and have a 5-star match. He can go out and have a solid match with Inamura. It's absolutely brilliant talent.
This is some good stuff right here. Okay, I like this a whole lot. This was not a full-on Hoss battle. This is like a mini Hoss fight, because my guy Inamura here was not a small man. He was a stout dude right here. So he was given as much as he could take early on, but Sugiura, being the veteran right here, he pretty much just put a stop to anything the young guy was doing. So yeah, it was fun, man. I like this match. Like I said, this match was really, really good. Not that long at all. So I would say check this out, because it's like a nice, fun, quick wrestling match, and he got a lot of brutal shit in there. So this match was a win for me.
And then we had Atsushi Kodaji and Masao Inoue against High 6'9" and Minoru Tanaka. Everyone knows, if you followed for a long time, Tanaka's my guy. We love One Day Press. We always love Tanaka. If you haven't yet, go check out some Minoru Tanaka stuff from Noah, especially last year. He had a really good year. They lost their GHC Junior Heavyweight Championships on the last show we covered. I think that was late December. Their last show before this. I thought the use of Kodaji's cape was very amusing. It was used once with Tanaka at the start, and then at the end, High 6'9" with the cape on with a splash off the top got a victory. This was a fun match. It made sense to kind of give High 6'9" and Minoru Tanaka a victory after losing their GHC Junior tag belts, and they protected Kodaji because he didn't take a fall. And Inoue is there to take the fall. So all in all, it was a fun match, and it did what it needed to do.
Yeah, this was really funny. Okay, I agree with you. And I agree with you on another thing, too. Minoru Tanaka is the fucking man. This is long-established veteran dude. He's still fucking good. I don't even know how old this dude is. He's got to be in his 40s, but he's still fucking amazing in his ring. So, yeah, this match is really fun. This show is just really, really flowing along, and I just think this match added to that. So, match is really fun. A lot, just short, under 10 minutes. So, yeah. Go check this shit out. If you can see Minoru Tanaka and you get a chance to see him, you might as well check him out, because he's a fucking man. So look at him.
He's absolutely brilliant. I don't know if he's a Noah contract. I think he's a freelancer, because I think I think I saw him on Pro Wrestling Bizarre sometime last year, or maybe late 2016 was my first exposure to him. And then I turned on Noah one time and he was there, and I was like, oh, great. But again, much similar to New Japan. Actually, no, not similar to New Japan. Sorry. I think Noah's junior division is a lot deeper in depth compared to New Japan. Is that safe to say?
Yeah, I agree with you, and also with Noah's junior heavyweight division, and I also would kind of say this with All Japan's junior heavyweight division. Neither one of their junior heavyweight divisions are like based on people doing 450 splashes or doing suicide dives. A lot of the guys in their junior heavyweight division are small, but they're small technicians.
Or they the way I put it to someone, I can't remember when it was, I said that the way how Noah guys and All Japan guys, their junior heavyweights work is they work how heavyweights work. They're just smaller. Yep. They work the same style. They're just smaller. So they obviously can't hit as hard, presume kayfabe wise. So I think, there is this stigma around junior heavyweights and light heavyweights or cruiserweights, whatever the fuck you want to call them, that every match they have has to be, not a spot fest, but having high flying in them all the time, like high fly, high fly, high flyer. Whereas All Japan and Noah, especially here, they're fucking junior heavyweights. They wrestle like heavyweights. They're just smaller. And I think, in my opinion, my favorite junior heavyweight in the world is Kotaro Suzuki. I know most from Noah's Daisuke Harada. We'll touch upon that when we get to that match. But Kotaro Suzuki, I remember seeing him in the All Japan Junior Tag League, and I thought it was amazing. And then he came back to Noah after a long time away. And I think he's just had an absolute killer of a late 2018. And I'm looking forward to seeing what he does in 2019.
Yeah, man, he's been a beast, dude. That's a good shot on Kotaro Suzuki. He's been a beast. Yeah, man, there's a lot of good guys here. So check this match out.
Then we had 50 Funky Powers, which is Muhammad Yane and Quiet Storm, and Akitoshi Saito against the Hooligans, which is Cody Hall, P's favorite wrestler, Kazuma Sakamoto, and Mitsuya Nagai. I literally have on my notes, Patrick, explain your love for the Hooligans, but Patrick is MIA's on assignment tonight. So try and explain to everyone, if this is their first time watching a Noah recap, your opinion, not opinion. Explain the Hooligans.
Man, they just, to me, they just are like a ragtag bunch. I mean, I don't really. They're kind of like they're like a gang that would be in your neighborhood that you really don't take seriously. That's kind of how I would compare them, because this is like, I can't really take them dudes seriously, man. This is like, all right, yeah, here's Cody Hall. I know you're big and stuff, but this is like, me personally, I'm just like, oh, here's this, not necessarily, I'm not going to call him a C stable. I'll call him a B stable.
If you could compare it again, people maybe be watching this just with exposure to New Japan. Who would you compare him to? Suzuki Gun? Or Taguchi Japan? Yeah. I'd agree with that one. And for the record, I think Cody Hall's improved a lot since his time.
Oh, he has. He actually has, though. Like, from if anybody has just seen his stuff from New Japan to what he's done now, he's improved leaps and bounds.
Definitely the best decision of his career. I don't know if it was sent there or if he decided himself to leave, but it was definitely the best decision he ever made.
I think it was a mutual decision, because the way I hear it, of course, internet talk. I think that he felt that he should not have been a young boy at that time. And they were like, nah, you pretty much should be a young boy. And he was like, well, I'm going to leave then.
Each to their own. So the Hooligans start this one off like every fucking Puroresu 6-man, with heels beat down on the outside, ice whip to the barricade, brawl through the crowd. Then Kazuma nails Yone with this kind of flag in front of the ref and then throws the referee down for a DQ. And then there was a post-match beat down on the 50 Funky Pals and Saito until they got the upper hand, and then Storm cut a promo on them. I don't speak Japanese, so I have zero fucking clue what he said. He said something in Japanese, and he looked pissed off. That's as good as analysis you're going to get from me on that one. But I thought the match was okay. I wasn't expecting a barn burner. I was expecting some solid stuff. DQ finish, gets Hooligans heat. What more do you want?
Yeah, exactly. You said it. I don't think I can say it any better. It got the Hooligans heat, DQ finish. Everything was fun up until that. So, yeah, Hooligans get heat right here in the match in the DQ. So, and like you said, Quiet Storm getting his Japanese on. So, I'm glad he can speak Japanese. That's pretty cool.
I mean, what would you used to call him? Triple H, didn't you? And if anyone knows what Triple H looked like in 2005 and 6, type in Quiet Storm in Noah on Google Images and look at that and tell me that doesn't look like Triple H from 05, 06. Every time I look at him now, I picture it. It's brutal.
They're the same height, that's for sure. I'm just kidding.
Really not. Then Naomichi Marufuji came out to cut a promo. Do you have any idea what he said? I think he announced his return back, if I'm right.
Yeah, I think he said he did announce his return back. I'm not sure what date he said. But
was it February the 2nd? February the 2nd is in my mind.
I think that is it. I think it is the 2nd.
Yeah, because he had an injury, didn't he? So I'm presuming he came out. This is where we have our expert analysis, Patrick, on here, because he would have known what he said. Patrick would have known what he said, but yeah, Patrick won't be a blast. If only I learned Japanese. He doesn't even know Japanese, so I don't know how he knows this shit. He's an intelligent young man. He's got a.
He's fine. I mean, he has his ways, man.
As my grandparents would say, he's got a brain on him. That boy has. He's got a brain on him. And then we had Kotaro Suzuki, Yohei, and Yoshinori Agawa against the RATEL'S, which was Daisuke Harada, Hayata, and Tadasuke. This was fun, junior heavyweights and Agawa. Again, I still can't believe Ogawa wrestled Doug Williams in December of last year for Noah. Like, that still shocks me. Like, to this day, like, why, dude? Why? Anyway, Yohei coming out to a remix version of Toto Africa is a great start to any wrestling match. I don't care what anyone says. That is a banger of a tune, and that remix was amazing. So your opinion on Harada? If you had to rate him out of 5, how would you rate him, and how badly do you want people listening right now to check him out if they haven't yet?
Harada's definitely a 5, man, and he probably would be a top 3 junior in the world, if not the top junior in the world. He's just like a little mini powerhouse. That's the only way I can really describe him. If another way I would kind of describe him is he's kind of like a faster Sugiura than me.
Okay, that's an interesting way of putting him. I can see that. I can see the resemblance.
Like the way he wrestles, kind of, it's pretty much, he's just like a speedier Sugiura. Like, he has the power, but he has the speed to go with it.
That's a good show. I never thought of that comparison of Harada and Sugiura. That would be a barn burner of a match. That'd be a banger of a match, wouldn't it? Sugiura and Harada. Oof, if Harada ever went heavyweight, that'd be one I want to watch. He is defending his GHC Junior Heavyweight Championship against Yohei soon. I think that's either on the 21st of January or the February the 2nd, because they're the 2 next big shows coming up. So he's on one of those 2. I enjoyed little things like Yohei smiling through Harada's strikes. I thought that made me laugh. And then the finish came when Suzuki and Ogawa hit their finishers on Harada, and then Yohei with the double knees off the top got the win clean on the champion. Obviously, Yohei will be challenging for the belt, which Harada only won in December by knocking off Katoru Suzuki. So I'm not expecting him to drop the belt to Yohei, but I'm expecting it to be a really good match because there was interactions with Harada and Yohei in this match, which were brilliant and made me go, this is why, and lots of people complain about, Japanese wrestling having lots of 6-man tags, but that 6-man tag made me excited for Harada and Yohei down the line in a couple of weeks, which was the point and purpose of this match. So I thought they did a stellar job of it.
Absolutely. And this was the first match for Yohei since turning on the RATEL'S. So, I mean, it was pretty good. I like this match a whole lot, man. And then, like you said, the finishing sequence with him hitting the Gaimon G on Harada to end the match, I loved it. It makes me more intrigued for the title match coming up. So, I like Yohei. I don't think Yohei gets a lot of credit. Like, I don't really hear people singing his praises. I'm sure there are, contingent of fans that do sing his praises, but I like him a whole lot. And I think he's a very talented wrestler. So he's got a fan in me, and I can't wait to see that title match. It's a good 6-man tag right here. Was a little under like 20 minutes. So yeah, good stuff. Go check this shit out. I loved it a whole lot.
Yeah, RATEL'S are great. I know they're coming up to IPW UK if anyone is living in the UK and wants to be able to see these guys. I know Noah and IPW have a bit of a working relationship at the minute. So if anyone is interested in seeing those guys and you live in England, go check out IPW's website. That wasn't sponsored or anything. I just say how it is. Just let everyone know, oh, he's getting paid, isn't he? No, I'm not. No, never have been. But yeah, good stuff. Check out Noah's junior division. Then we had the GHC heavyweight tag titles. We have the Hooligans, which was made back Taniguchi and Yuji Hino, defending against Go Shiozaki and Katsuhiko Nakajima. Oh, wasn't difficult to be better than the match they had last month, was it? Let's call a spade a spade. I very rarely shit on a match. Very, very, very rarely, just because it's stupid of me to in my position. But last month they had it was just unlucky. Like, it was just one of those matches where nothing went their way. Like the opening bell went and Shiozaki was pissing blood. And when I mean pissing blood, I mean like Ric Flair and Shawn Michaels-esque. Like it was pouring down the poor fucker's face. They just couldn't pull it out. But this was a much better effort. I think it was a better match. The story was the Hooligans cut the ring in half, worked over Segura. Nakajima got the hot tag. The exchange from Nakajima and Hino, where Hino was doing the chops, Nakajima with the kicks, and then the chop exchange with Go and Hino hurt my chest watching it. Absolutely brutal. The Hooligans on the outside, they kept getting involved. Taniguchi then choked Segura with this. I don't know what it was. It's like a stick with a hook on the end. What would you describe it as?
It's like, guess if Yoshihashi stick turned into some like dark, like demented, I don't know, hoisting thing, bro. I don't know. It was weird. Speaking of that,
Yoshihashi stick. So Yoshihashi, everyone knows Yoshihashi's staff. I've said it's ridiculous how he's never ever used that staff in any wrestling match ever since he's been this character. I said the minute he uses that staff as a weapon, I'll donate £10 to charity. And that stand still still stays. That bet still stays right now.
He didn't come out with it the other day.
Maybe he retired it. He gave it back to Gandalf.
He did, man.
Gave it back to Gandalf.
He's like,
it's
I
not
no longer need this.
That's why he never wins. It wasn't you shall not pass this. You shall not win.
You shall not win. Maybe he stole it from him, and like as he's running, Gandalf put some spells like, "You'll never win a match," and then Yoshihachi's like, "Whatever, man." And he's like, "Gandalf was right all along," type shit.
Take your stick back, Gandalf. Take your stick back.
He's like, "I don't need it, man. Take it back, man." But no, this was really a good tag team match. Like you said, it was not a difficult task for them to be better than the tag matches they had previously, which is kind of why I think not only they had this match because they knew that match was a stinker, kind of, but, of course, kayfabe-wise, the rematch. But I think it's more or less they knew that match was a stinker and they knew that these guys could do better. So that's why I think they had this match right here. And, of course, when you get my two guys, Katsuhiko Nakajima and Yuji fucking Hino, I'm going to be very interested in the match here. So, yeah, this is good shit, man. You had the heel team winning right here. I guess is Yuji Hino. Is he a part of the hooligans, or he's just like, man, I'm freelance, man. I'm not with that shit. I'm just here.
No, I went via the cagematch.net reference, and they had it booked as the hooligans brackets Taniguchi and Yuji Hino. So I'm assuming that he is. Obviously, he's a freelancer, so who knows? But I don't know. Maybe he is, maybe he's not. But I mean, he's champions with Taniguchi, and Taniguchi is in the hooligans, so it would make sense just for him to be in there.
But like on All Japan, flip the coin, fucking Ishikawa just got it put in Evolution. It wasn't like he was not a part of it for a while, and it was like, oh, he's officially a member now.
Yeah, because he signed a full-time deal with him, didn't he?
Yeah, that's probably what happened. So yeah, he's like, oh yeah, you're gonna be a part of this stable now since the full-time deal. But I guess he is a part of that stable with Yuji fucking Hino. Excuse me. That's how I gotta say his name every time I preface that man. But yeah, couldn't be harder to beat better than the last match I had last month. So decent stuff right here. We got some challenges here at the end of the match.
Yeah, so Taniguchi got the win for his team with the full Nelson bomb. And then post-match, 50 Funky Powers come out and they challenge and they accept. So don't know again if that's the 21st or the 2nd of Feb. But we have 50 Funky Powers against Taniguchi and Yuji Hino, which should be fun. It's different. It's not them against Shiozaki and Nakajima. More important than that, Nakajima and Shiozaki can do other things now. Exactly. Which, because their teaming was kind of like they teamed together, not because they're, kayfabe-wise best friends, but because they had to because of a vacant title. So now it's like, yeah, cool. I would like to see them feud. I'd like to see them get personal and have a feud. I think that would be a banger of a match.
Yeah, because it's like I didn't really like you anyway, so
I think it would be a great match. I mean, speaking of great matches, this is could it be my match of the year? I don't know. We say this at the 8th of January. That's the thing with Japanese wrestling. Every week you have this could be match of the year problem when you watch it as much as we do.
Better question. Was this match better than the Wrestle Kingdom main event?
Tough. That's a tough question. If you've watched both, everyone live, if you're listening live, A, put some stuff in the comments or read them once finished breaking down the show. B, if you're watching post live, what's better, this main event or the Wrestle Kingdom main event? Because that is a great question. I don't know, because the drama in the Wrestle Kingdom main event was more, but the quality of the ring work in this was insane.
Yeah.
But then again, these two gentlemen are very young, and well, Kano's just in his early 30s, and Kiyomiya is fucking 22, and he's the current GHC heavyweight champion, which is insanity. He is fucking he is my age, and he's the fucking heavyweight champion. It's crazy. Man. But no, I don't know, because I really got into this, but I really got to Wrestle Kingdom. That's a great question. I think you can't really say which one's better because they both had different purposes and both told different stories. They're both equally as good at their respected goals, if that makes sense. Like, one wanted to be drama and one wanted to be a banger of a wrestling match with, in-ring stuff. But this one was amazing. So we had Kiyomiya defeating Kano in his first title defense for the GHC Heavyweight Championship. I love the streamers. The streamers are absolutely amazing. I wish New Japan did it, but they don't. But this is one of those things where this is kind of the style of wrestling that I want to do. I don't want to die, but this is the style. Like, when I watch these two come out, these are two guys that on my bucket list of guys I want to work with, these two are legitimately hand on heart at that top of that list. Like most wrestlers today will be like, oh, AJ Styles, Seth Rollins, Daniel Bryan. Mine's fucking Kaito Kiyomiya and Kano. Generally, like, absolutely. Imagine Kota Ibushi wrestling Kota Ibushi.
Yeah.
But having stiff as fuck kicks, not slaps. Like, that's literally what it is. And that wasn't a knock on Kota Ibushi. It's just his kicks are different. Everyone does stuff differently. Like, it was just, it was absolutely brilliant. So many spots in this one. I loved Kaito Kiyomiya doing that running swanton over the barricade. That was cool. Both men with strikes that were just brutal the whole match. Kiyomiya with the Masao rope flip into the running cannonball off the apron. Love it.
I'm Masao Mark, so that I was just like, yep, you little bitch. Not in a bad way, but in a good way.
The Masao rope flip, Chris Hero does it, or whatever he's called now, where he runs and kind of flips over the ropes and lands on his feet.
I forgot he does that, but it is Kiyomiya doing it right here. I don't know. It's just kind of like him being
in the green and white. Oh,
yeah.
Can't touch it. Both do Germans and land on their feet, which is crazy. Kano with a full Nelson on the apron. Kiyomiya with a reverse DDT off the top. Fucking bridge tiger suplex for a fucking great near fall, which the crowd bit. And then the second bridge tiger suplex got the win. This was a really, really good and fun main event. And then post-match, Satoshi and Kitamiya come out. They're having a match on the 21st where the winner will face Kiyomiya for the GHC Heavyweight Championships on the 2nd of February. So that's an interesting one. So possibly a Kitamiya and Kiyomiya feud, which for the GHC Heavyweight Championship, which could be really interesting. And that's kind of the future of Noah, really, isn't it? Looking at it, because Kiyomiya is going to be the man for a while. And Kitamiya, I mean, that's going to be a bitch, Kiyomiya versus Kitamiya, those poor commentators. But, I mean, I don't remember them facing each other. I mean, they may have faced during the Global League, but that didn't make tape. Like, I don't remember seeing that match. That's a fresh match. And don't put it past Satoshi, because he challenged for the GHC Heavyweight Championship at the February show of last year, because I remember we watched it. It was Satoshi versus Segura, wasn't it?
Yep.
And that was a good match. So don't be like, oh, it's only Satoshi. He could win. But I'm only picking Kitamiya because he's a heel and Kiyomiya is a face. So it only makes sense to add the two together. But this isn't, Americans might not work that way. But what was your thoughts of the match first before we get down to the...
This match right here was a motherfucking banger, dude. Yeah. Kano, fucking Kiyomiya right here. They let it all hang out, man. I love this match a whole lot. The tiger suit or the dragon suplex on the damn apron by Kano on the Kiyomiya right here was fucking insane. I was like, wow, you're not gonna have a neck here in a little bit if you keep doing that shit. So chill out, my son. So you can go ahead and slow down on that. But yeah, this is an amazing match. And like you said, I don't think it's really fair to compare those two main events because after, I said, I was like, well, that match is more, like you said, more of a storytelling arc. And this match right here was just a hard hitting, this pro wrestling match. And I think, and honestly, the story that they told to me was in this match right here was Kino was just watching him early. Like every time Kito would just try to come out with some offenses, Kino would just cut him off and just beat the shit out of him. Then he had to just fight from up under Keno here, and he pretty much did hit him with the two tiger suplexes, man, and put him away. So solid fucking match right here. Yeah, it's on YouTube, man, so you can watch all this shit now. All of it was uploaded today. So, and I actually did find the dude's channel. Because when you were saying it earlier, I did find the man's channel. So I'll go ahead and say the dude's channel name. It's Benny Gobagul, and it's VINNY GOBAGOOL, and that's where you can find these matches at. He doesn't have the full show because I'm sure if you put the full show up, you can probably, they'll probably find it easier, but breaks the matches down. And yeah, man, pretty simple. It's just like watching some fucking prank video on YouTube or whatever that people watch. So yeah,
go check that out. It gives you the full show, just not in their entirety. And if you want to watch the full show, I'll put the link down below in the description box. It's on a Google Drive, so you literally just click it and it plays. If you have a laptop, PC, or mobile, it works, and it's completely free and definitely worth your time. The show says 3.5 hours, but the show actually stops at about 2 hours and 40, doesn't it? And then everything else is kind of like talking. So you don't go, oh geez, I don't have time. Literally, it's 2 hours and 40. So don't. And there's an intermission as well. So really, it's 2 hours and 20 minutes, like a normal Korakuen show. let's get to some live chat before we do. I'm not expecting lots of live chat because this is the first Daily Presser under the KocoSports umbrella, so I'm not expecting lots of live listeners. We got to grow this motherfucker first. Right. The Foster Club says, so I'm being called an SJW for telling people to not watch Raw. Got a good belly laugh for that one. What's an SJW, Dion?
It's a social justice warrior.
Ah, okay. Dude, why are you telling people not to watch Raw?
Because of Hulk Hogan, probably.
What?
Yeah, Hulk Hogan's on Raw tonight.
Oh, dude, geez, really? Oh, shit. Oh, Raw's on now. Oh, that makes sense. Oh, so that makes sense. I'm staying up till my mate is on the overnight tonight at work. He finishes at 6 a.m. And I said, dude, if you want, you come around and watch Raw. He's like, yeah, I want to do it when I finish work. I was like, if you bring me work food, sure. So that's the deal. Like, bring me some breakfast, and you got yourself a deal. So I'll be watching Raw. So if you're listening and you're like, oh, I'm a W guy, I'll do a fucking Raw review tomorrow. Don't expect it all the time though. But no, dude, you're not a social justice warrior. You've been fucking live chat the Foster Club for donks. No, you're not. Don't worry about it. I think AEW should reach out to Noah or Stardom to have a working agreement since New Japan is sticking with Ring of Honor. Yes, 100%.
Wow, so I didn't know that with New Japan is sticking with Ring of Honor. That's pretty. I guess that's good for Ring of Honor because they almost got leaped over here.
Yep. Apparently, there's a bidding war as well because of Pentagon and Phoenix. Apparently, AEW want Pentagon and Phoenix, and Impact haven't re-signed them yet. So, and by the way, I'll be doing a Impact Homecoming review in about an hour. I'm just going to pop out and grab myself some food.
So, who do you know who they actually have officially signed yet? I mean, of course, they have the elite guys.
So they have Cody, Young Bucks, Kazarian, Daniels, and Scorpio Sky. They just signed. Hangman Page. Presumably Kenny Omega, unless he goes E. Didn't they sign Jordan Grace or no?
Oh,
did they? No, they signed some, but they signed some female wrestler. I can't remember who it is. Someone help me out. Was it Britt Baker?
Was it Priscilla Kelly? Because I saw somebody. No, somebody was talking about that earlier, and yeah.
I'm not going to talk about that.
We shouldn't.
Yeah, definitely not. I don't know. Oh, that's really going to piss me off. Or was it just Brandy? Is she? I know she's chief branding officer or some gimmick because she did something in education wise that gives her the right to do it. But they definitely signed a female. I remember they signed a female woman. Oh, a female woman. Fucking hell.
Female woman.
They signed a women's wrestler. I definitely remember looking at it and going, "Oh wow, that's the first woman they've signed." So they're gonna have a women's division. Who knows? But apparently they're offering big money deals. So rack up who you can while you can, I guess.
Truth.
And then the Foster Club says, what best Super Junior final matches can you see selling out Sumo Hall? Oh, dude, with the roster they got now, with knowing what we know with Kushida not being in New Japan anymore come January 31st.
They better hope Hiromu's back.
I guess Hiromu Ishimori. But the thing is, maybe they won't do that. Maybe they'll do a heavyweight title match as well.
Honestly, that's a good question. I mean, with Kushida leaving now, look at the landscape of their junior division. With Kushida leaving, honestly, okay, I don't know if you saw the announcement earlier, but Taguchi is getting a title shot against Ishimori at the New Beginning show.
Yeah, I saw that. Gonna make a video on that later on the actual full cards. I saw that. Yeah, because he was in the 6-man one there where the at Dash, so it made sense. I mean, they could do Ishimori, Hiromu Ospreay.
Well, I mean, Ospreay is not a junior anymore, though, quote unquote.
Yeah, but maybe they'll put Ospreay back with because obviously he's open weight. Maybe he'll do one last Best of Super Juniors, and that's the story running with it. That this is his final Best of Super Juniors before he moves on to heavyweight.
That's true.
Like when Nagata and Tenzon did final G1, that this is his final Best of Super Juniors before he moves up to heavyweight.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's a possibility. I don't know. That's a great question though about who could do the Best of Super Junior finals and sell that building out.
Shingo
and Hiromu.
That probably would sell it out, honestly.
And that's the thing. Like, unless They do a maybe IC title match, US title match, IWGP heavyweight title match. They could do that. Like that wouldn't be against the grain. I think they did that before. I remember they did it not at Kurikan. If I remember, I read on Twitter today, someone put a tweet out saying that they hope that the best Super Junior finals will have the best Super Junior final be the main event rather than an IWGP heavyweight championship match. So I think they ran a big building before, but put an IWGP heavyweight championship match on top.
That's a good shout.
Unless they do it in a way where they have, say, Ospreay challenge for a maybe US or an IC championship. That way you'll be like, hey, look, he's a former junior heavyweight. They could do that. They could do that. I don't know. What's your opinion on a heavyweight championship match being the main event of a Best of Super Juniors final show?
I know this is going to sound weird, but I guess this is just going to depend on who's in it, man. Like, because I know we said a couple shows on the Wrestle Kingdom review the other day, and I even said this on our New Year's Dash review that I'm going to upload here soon, that Jericho said he wanted an IWGP Heavyweight Championship match, and he said he's not done with New Japan. I think both of those things will come to fruition sooner than later, and this is about when he will get this title shot, because I'm confident he's going to get it.
Very fair. Very fair. We'll just have to see when time comes, but Shingo, Hiromu, Ishimori, and Ospreay, if he's in it and doing that final story of this is his final Best of Super Juniors, that's the way how I see that one going anyway. To set up.
I'd say it sucks they didn't save Liger's last Best Super Juniors for this year, huh?
Yeah, that'd have been perfect. His final match there. Yeah, maybe he could have challenged for, say, the junior heavyweight champion and him weren't in it. He could have challenged for the belt in his final Best of Super Juniors. That'd have been pretty cool. Unless they do that. Unless they do Liger challenging for the belt last time. They could do Liger challenge one last time for the junior heavyweight championship.
You think not, of course I don't see him winning, but do you think Robbie Eagles will be back for that tournament?
Yeah. I think they'll need all the talent they can get for the Super Juniors this year.
Will. At this point, they really do. They need to start probably signing some junior heavyweight talent at this point.
Probably a good shout. They've lost two now, haven't they? With Ospreay going up and Kushida going up, and they were the main draws.
Yeah, it was. And shit, we don't know when Hiromu's coming back, so
hopefully soon. Touch wood. Then the Foss Cup in the final comment of the night says it was Baker. So Britt Baker was the female wrestler who signed the contract to AEW.
Okay.
So each to their own.
I know Adam Cole's girlfriend.
Yeah, Adam Cole's girlfriend. Jordan Gracie's Impact. And that, speaking of Impact, if you watched Impact, I'll be doing a review of that later on. And then there'll be a Raw review tomorrow, and then a DDT review tomorrow as well. And then I'm gonna sleep, believe it or not, sometime. And then I was like pissed off because every 6 months or however long it is, you have to have like a boiler check, and we have a boiler check tomorrow night. And I'm like, for fuck's sake, I want him in and out. Like, I want you to come in, check the boiler. Oh, it works. Leave. Get out. See you later. Catch your ass down the line. Speaking of that, anything you want to plug, any Twitter or anything, feel free.
Oh, well, you know where you can find me at SOS Wrestle Talk. Of course, here with LK on KocoSports as well. Of course, on the LK Wrestling Reviews channel as well. So, yeah, like, share, subscribe, all that good shit. Go ahead and give us a follow as well and hit that notification bell. So, yeah, pretty much it's that shit, man.
So that in mind, guys, make sure you like, comment, smash the subscribe button right on KocoSports YouTube channel. We're growing this bad boy. So all the stuff we basically spoke to Dave after our Wrestle Kingdom and New Year's Dash review earlier on this afternoon, and I didn't ask because he said, look, dude, why are you doing triple the work when you could just do all the work on one platform and grow one big platform? And the more co-hosts means better, really, because then if it's better having more co-hosts on the channel than none. That means more content, which means more stuff for the internet infantry, you guys to watch. So if you like this video, like it, drop a comment on your thoughts on this Noah show. I'll put a link down below in the description box to the full show so you guys can watch and enjoy that post live. If you've listened live, thank you, Foster Club, for your live comments. Thank you everyone who has watched live. Appreciate it greatly. We're here every single day on Daily Presso covering the great sport of Japanese professional wrestling. Dion, thank you very much for coming on. Hopefully, fingers crossed, see you again tomorrow for the DDT show. If not, I'll catch you soon, and we'll do some review of some kind. But thank you guys for watching. Stay safe, stay well, and we'll be catching your asses down the line.